Hey everyone, Super King Adore back with some more JWOG for you all. And as you can see, we made just a few little changes. I guess nothing too big, but I put some little flags down as you can see, just marking the area with the lagoon. We're gonna get some like the lagoon little flags. Also kind of marked it off with like the the blue Jurassic World flags. I figured like regular paths like this, right? Just regular old paths can get these little flags. And then areas like this where our hoverboards are going to be can get the green flags. It'd be kind of a way to trying to figure out the word the differentiate. There we go. Differentiate the type of exhibits people be walking into. So hoverboards will have the green flags. Our carnivores are supposed to get the red flags, and then when we do our aviary and stuff, it's going to have the yellow flags and stuff. And technically, that's what I kind of want to work on today. I want to put the aviary over in that shadowy place just as a little land marker. And as over here, I added another little section of walkthrough for our Parasaurolophus luxus. And we're going to add a Rhinoceros to this side. I think I'm going to put some more Lux Parasaurs over here as well. But it's going to be a little, this little walkthrough, like, a little walkthrough thing. And at night, the Parasaur luxus, they glow. So there won't really be no need for, like, the lighting in this area because you want them to see the glow-in-the-dark patches. Okay. So we got this, our next little segment placed down. I don't think they can get out of it. I don't know if I put a dry source in there because I was contemplating putting a dry source in there. They could. Just for like my sanity, I'm just going to put a rock right there. A rock solves everything. And if you don't think a rock doesn't solve everything, you just place a rock somewhere and watch it solve all your problems. Or, well, it depends where you place it. It's either going to solve your problems or it's going to cause a lot of problems. You may end up tripping over it a few times, but like neither here nor there. You know what? Let's put just a few more. Let's sparse it out a little bit. So I think here we go. There's a random rock rotator. I like this. I do. I like the random rock rotator. It's good for you just want to, place some rock. When they little like that or like the size, you can create a nice little cluster. Not too much. You don't want to be too rocky. That's enough. That's enough. Whoa there. Slow down, y'all. Slow down. It's too many rocks. We put down too many rocks. Y'all rock crazy, y'all. Yep. Y'all remember? Now hold on. Let's bring back an oldie but a good one. Y'all remember this. You gotta put the rock texture around the water source. You gotta put it around the water source. Yep. Y'all remember this. We bringing it back. I don't even know why we stopped. We just, hold on. Because I don't want it like penetrating this barrier. So, hold on. Wait, there we go. Yeah, that looks good. Y'all, you can't deny how good that looks. It looks good, looks effective. All right, so I've decided that on this side is going to have Cretaceous, and then on this side is going to be Rhinoceros with some more Parasaur luxus. I think this is Parasaur Lux A. Oh, Lux 1. Okay, so we're going to have to do Lux 2 on this side with some Rhinoceros. Oh, I am finally excited that we get to actually get proper skin previews now. Like, we asked for it, and then they gave us this, and this was still off. Like, what it makes you think your Cretaceous is going to come out brown with red patterning. Maybe. Like, this is more of a beige or a tan than a brown, but you're doing this, the Cretaceous might come out coffee colored and this reddish orange text might just be a blood red in reality. Like it is not. It was not a pure representation of what we was actually supposed to be getting. I think this is a nice one though. I'm gonna keep this because of that. No, what? No, let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. We'll make them a Jurassic World color. Because for some reason, the Jurassic World trilogy was all about bland and block-colored dinosaurs. Not on our part, no. Our Patasaurs can't be helped because for some reason, all their textures and skins are just blah. And even in Jurassic World Evolution 3, they still didn't get the love that they need. I thought that was wild. I thought that was really wild. They didn't get the love that they need. For our Rhinosaurs, they will be the Body Variant 2. Huh. I didn't know they had a thing. I thought there was a skin. I thought there was, I thought there was a skin, like, I go in here and it'll say Tyrannosaurus 2015. I want some Tyrannosaurus 2015s, so we'll make like 2. I want just 2 of those. Hold on. But I want to go back in and I want like 4 others to be colorful. Like you can say, these be the females of the group. That'd be colorful. But yeah, I didn't know. I thought that was just like this, 2015-ish. But I'm not mad at it. I'm here for it actually. Damn, it don't matter. They all, wow. Oh wow. Okay. Well, okay. Wait a minute. I knew something was off. Get rid of those. Nah. I knew something was off. Oh, hold the phone, buddy. Hold the phone. 2015. There we go. We need 2 of those. Y'all gotta excuse me. They still weak though. I don't know. Is that just a trait with this skin? Like they can come out weak? Guess we just gonna have to deal with it. Another thing I can't actually wait to see is the dinosaur in transportation. We got a look at it on the London gameplay preview. And they all, well, I won't say they all, but the Lokiceratops got transported in what seemed to be a larger version of the raptor cage from Jurassic Park 1. Well, Jurassic Park 1. So Jurassic Park 1. So I want to know if that's going to be the case for all the animals. Or, like, is it just a certain size? Because I don't know. I don't know if I want to see my T-Rexes transported in that cage. It'd be kind of cool if the T-Rexes could get transported in the Rex cage. But then how would the babies, because the babies were in there with the Lokiceratops, so how would it work for the babies? I don't know. We're less than a week away now. So we will personally be finding out for ourselves. I just have a hope that the cages will be different for certain animals. Like maybe the T-Rex does get transported in the Rex cage, but maybe that's if the Rex is by itself. Solitary gets transported in this Rex cage if you do it solitary. I don't know. Maybe they're all just going to get put in giant raptor cages and moved over. Like, I'm not too fussed about it. Like, I would definitely want some variety when it comes to that, but I'm not too fussed about it because it's something different. It's better than what we got here with the helicopters that transport them. Because I always thought it was weird when they had to transport the sauropods, and it looked like their necks were being broken. Oh no, you missed one. I'm also looking forward to the Deinonychus variant. So for those of you that don't know, and I know that may be a very small few, the roster for Jurassic World Evolution 3 was leaked. I don't know if that was intentional or not, because the same thing happened with Evolution 2. But the full roster was leaked, and in it is Deinonychus, and there was, in the folders, it said Deinonychus and then Deinonychus JWE. From what we've seen, well, from what Bess and Slot and a few others have said, when they seen the JWE variant on the Giga, it meant that we were still getting the classic Frontier design for the Giga. So if Deinonychus JWE is the tadpole version that they came up with, I'm really wondering what the regular Deinonychus is. And that's honestly, that's the first thing I'm going to do when I get my hands on the game. We're going to live stream the campaign, but the first thing I'm going to do is open up Sandbox just to see what the new variant of that Deinonychus looks like. I wonder if it's going to be feathered. I wonder if it's just going to be a version of it that doesn't have the fins, like it's going to be scaly without the fins. And I wonder if it's going to have 3 variants just for that case. But I guess if it did, it would have had 3 Deinonychus variants. So I kind of hope it's feathered. I kind of do hope that it's feathered. So yeah, all in all, the first thing we're doing is that we're going to see what they look like. And I should have looked to see what Cretaceous likes to eat before, doing all that. Also, for those that remember when I was supposed to do this JWOG park in the first game, I was going to include Deinonychus. It was the new Raptor variant because we didn't have Utah Raptor. But since we have a Utah Raptor, Deinonychus got the axe. I'm sorry to say, for those that probably did want Deinonychus to be included in this, it got the axe. Which I was actually surprised to see didn't get the axe in the other game. In Evolution 3. Cryolophosaurus got axed, which I am sad about. I was kind of hoping it would make it. My 2 that I definitely needed in Evolution 3 were Utah Raptor and Tyrannus, because if you've seen, I almost say Helixsaurus. I don't know why I have this thing, quick tag, I have this thing where when I'm thinking about Hell Creek Park, I, for some reason, almost say Helix Wars. But they will be in the sequel to Hell Creek Park, which will be called Hell Creek Park Aftermath. And Cryolophosaurus was actually going to be in that sequel. It still has a chance to appear if by the time they I get around to actually working on it, they decide to put it in the game. Other than that, it's kind of sad it's getting axed. Shinjausaurus is making a comeback. Now that was a total surprise to see. Shinjausaurus is coming back. Wow. Wow. Shinjausaurus. Ooh, I totally just messed that up. Because Tyrannosaurus is going over here, but I put ground fiber in here for Tyrannosaurus, and Tyrannosaurus eats the same thing that the parents do, which is ground fruit. Oh no, no they don't. That's wow. I don't pay attention at all. I wish I was kind of one that just said ground fruit, like just a low vegetation ground fruit, but it's alright. It's alright. All right, so we got our Tyrannosaurus moved over. The last of the Lux 2s are being put in. And let's just see how they're making it. Can we? Oh no, the status checks have run out. That's an incomplete shroud. What the heck? Anyway, So this is pretty much done. And the reason that we did it like this is because this is going to lead into what is actually the real meat and potatoes of this episode, which is going to be the Cretaceous Cruise, our version of it, since we can't do, the one with the actual boats and all. Yeah, there's going to be a Jurassic tour that goes along the river where you get to see some dinosaurs. So in that one, it's still gonna retain the Baryonyx and the Suchomimus. It's gonna have a Diplodocus. It's gonna have Stegosaurus and Kentrosaurus. I believe those two can get along. I'll check when I get into the hatchery just to make sure, because I know certain species of the same family group do not get along, but I do think Stegosaurus and Kentrosaurus do get along. So we're gonna, in fact, we're gonna pop on over and get a look at that. Okay, Stegosaurus gets along with, it gets along with pretty much everything except other Stegosaurus. So I can't put it with Kentrosaurus or they will fight. So we're gonna have to find we're gonna have to find somebody else to go along with Stegosaurus because it can't go in there. It says Ornithomimosaur, and I guess I can slide Dryosaurus in there. So that's probably what I'm going to have to do. We'll just find something else for Kentrosaurus. Also, the storm level has been updated. We're now at infrequent storms. And to deal with those, we cannot just, fence is broken, delete it, repair it. I got to manually go in and fix anything that storms break. So with dinosaurs escape, we got to manually deal with all that. We can't send helicopters out to save the day autonomously. We have to save our own part, guys. So until then, let's go. Aviary, I just said we're gonna put it over here. How close here? Can I get this to there? Okay. It's gonna be a pretty big aviary. Speaking of, I am so glad our pterosaurs can walk. I am looking forward to that. We're going to leave it like that for now because it's time to carve out the valley. The aviary sits on top of the valley. And that's not my terrain tools. That's another thing. Like, I can't wait to really be making these just these environments. I really can't wait to get into the meat and potatoes of all of this. Like, I really feel like that's what I should do first before even getting on the campaign, is just get into that. But I don't know. I'm gonna talk to Deck about it because me and him are going to be doing a stream. If y'all remember when JWE2 dropped, we did a dual live stream. We got into the campaign, we dove right in. He had I like to, if I remember correctly, he had fair better success than I did because I had so many technical difficulties that day. It was crazy. And I got stuck on the Pennsylvania level. I got hard locked in because of my Deinonychus, and they died of a disease. So it was literally nothing I could do. I was stuck there. I had to restart the level. I tried everything during that playthrough. I'm gonna get in touch with Deck about that. What do we want to do in terms of the stream first? Do we want to just hop in the sandbox and just see what things look like before starting campaign, or are we just gonna, or do we just focus on campaign first? Like me personally, like I said, the first thing I am going to do before I launch the campaign, I just want to see what the Deinonychus looks like. But from there, Deck, you let me know. As a matter of fact, hit me up on Discord and we could talk about it. Okay. So we're gonna have to disguise this like it's gonna be a waterfall or something. Yeah. That's basically that we got this nice little ravine or whatever you want to call it. at least down into this. It will cascade into the river down here and out into here, and this is how we get our water in our valley. And I want to kind of model it after the river in the Great Valley from the Land Before Time. So we're gonna have to make this kind of skinny because it is on like the large side. Like it's rather large. Like if I were to be enlarged out over here, per se. But actually, okay. Because I want the tour to be able to at least come around and go back around before I go back up type deal. So no, that's still too large. Yeah, smallest it can be there. And then the curves in, and then it kind of do like that. And it feels like this. And then it does like a curve out. It does like that. And then kind of just like, and then it just kind of like snakes off. In the first curve, got like this. In a sense, it makes a D shape. I did a fan and polka dot. Oh, that's horrible. Well, I just say it was inspired by the Great Valley. It's not necessarily it didn't necessarily turn out like the one in the Great Valley. But hopefully you can kind of see what I was going for there. Like, oh god, that's horrible. And we're gonna have to work on a ramp that goes like downish, but first, let's see. Let's give myself a little working room here. I'll find this shooting later, don't worry. Give myself a little working room like that. That is, and then build ramps that work their way down into the valley. Okay, I probably we're gonna get that. Now we need to do the same thing on this side too, and just level that out. Okay, so for the most part, this is what we got, and we're gonna have to work with. I chose gonna come around, and it's gonna go down and around as much as it can, and it goes out this way. Try to explore as much of it as we can. And I know I've said this before in terms of the dinosaurs, but super mammoths and baryonyx are the best when it comes to mixing with other herbivores, because since they're piscivores, and as long as they got their feeders, they won't mess with like the other animals. It's cool. You can literally mix exhibits with them, and that's one thing I need more of in Evolution 3, is that if a carnivore's needs are met, that they won't touch the herbivores. Like, they won't have a need to touch the other herbivores. Like, they'll start hunting them if their needs are met. Like, let's say they had required a goat feeder, and then the goat feeder ran out, and then they're hungry. And since the goat feeder ran out and they're hungry, then they start targeting your herbivores in that enclosure. Other than that, I feel like it wouldn't be too far-fetched for them to be as chilled as how Suchomimus and Baryonyx can get. Speaking of other dinosaurs to add over here, we're gonna need some park benches because I need people to start walking over here. Nobody started walking over here because, yeah, the dinosaurs over here, but there's like, it's weird. There's no amenities over here. The amenities being over here is what's going to get the dinosaurs to come, the guests to potentially come over. And then again, they also can't see the dinosaurs. So to help aid in that, I'm going to add some viewing vents there so people can see them from up above. Huh. Y'all think we should try to work the zip lines in too? Like a zip line across the valley? Oh, a zip line across the valley would be kind of nice. It would. From like here to here, maybe? We'll see. We'll see. If y'all want me to do the zip line, let me know. If not, I won't throw it in. If y'all want me to, next time, the next episode, I'll figure out how to get the zip lines worked in. Y'all let me know. Because this is just as much y'all park as it is mine. It's ideas that we're both, throwing in. Like I have ideas for what video in the moment, and then you guys put the ideas down in the comments that get added in to the next video or in between. Like this is something we're building together. I wish for this game, but it'll be a rally in this game is do not feed the dinosaur signs, or do not like try to touch or stuff like this. They were like, do not, touch our dinosaurs and stuff like that. Just for walkthrough exhibits like this, you could tell them, please refrain from trying to touch our dinosaur. While Curious Parasaur might let you touch it, a Curious Parasaur that don't want to be touched by you might actually bite you. And a lot of there's probably you thinking like, why would a Parasaur bite somebody? Like the herbivores bite. Just look up cases of people getting bit by horses. I wouldn't want to get bit by a horse much rather getting bit by a parasaur. So let's see. That's looking good. Yeah. Market is there. Like the guests aren't going to sit on them, but like I said, it's an aesthetic. It's the thought that counts. Like I said, we got a little Helix Wars statue going on right here. A Helix Wars fountain. Okay, cool. Let's get the layout for the fencing, shall we? Yeah, all cool. Look, we got guests coming over here. Good. And then they're walking through here. Nice. Cool. And it creates the illusion that they can also see our Microceratops ceratuses and Homalocephales. I believe Microceratops used to be called Microceratops once upon a time. Didn't it? Let me know down in the comments, because I could have sworn I wasn't tripping on that. It was either Microceratops or it was Leptoceratops. One of them got renamed into Microceratus. That's all I know. Microceratus used to be is the new name of a dinosaur that used to be called something else. That much I am sure of. You know what? Let's see what they see from up here. Let's see how this looks. Hey, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And then, oh, you can see this side too. Okay, so they can see what's going on in the tour. Nice. Okay, I can get behind that. I like how the gates still haven't fixed themselves. Cool. It's a high hide. It's the high hide. It's a high hide. You hide very high. Yeah, okay. Liking it. Also, for continuity's sake, we're gonna throw in another river bit here. Boom. Right? I'm gonna throw in some trees right there, and then at the top, it's gonna be more river. That's just gonna be the start of something. We're gonna put something over in this area too. I don't know what's gonna be in this area just yet, but it's just the start of something. I know sauropods don't get along with each other for competition, but if they like different resources, like tall leaf versus tall fruit, I honestly don't think it should be a contention problem between them at that point. If they both like tall fruit, I can understand. Because then they're like, you like what I like, and that's a problem. If there's one thing I'm definitely disappointed about is that they can't defend themselves. I never expected them to do it with the Hadrosaurs. The Hadrosaurs are, for some reason, always depicted as walking meat. There's meat trucks. But to see that of the sauropod still is really disappointing. And the fact that the sauropod Ankylodocus is coming right back into the fold just to be food, like that's wild. The Diplodocus got a whip-like tail. I would just love to see it whip crack a hungry animal. Like, I don't feel like we're asking too much in that regard. I don't know why Frontier won't do that. I kind of wish we could get a statement from them on why they won't do it. But man, it's sad to see. I will say that it is sad to see. Dinosaurs like what you call it? Dinosaurs. I think dinosaurs is a bit of both ground, leaf, and fiber. So I'm gonna put some leaf there. We'll put some fiber here. Because then on the side, I'm gonna put dinosaurs over here. So let's get them added in and just see how this all looks and comes together. Oh, yeah, okay. After doing all that, that was a lot of setup and whatnot. We're ready to add in our final animals, our Suchomimus and our Baryonyx. And I'm hoping I did this right to replicate the Suchomimus look from Jurassic World, which, if I recall, was black skin with yellow striping. So I'm hoping I got close to it with what the game provided. And I also changed the storms to frequent because we went this whole episode and not one bad storm came. So maybe we'll get lucky as we're doing this last bit. Oh yeah, we hit it right on the nail. With our Zilla sounding Spinosaurus. Yeah, we hit it right on the nail. Svalbard is the skin I use, right? Oh no, Yukon. Yukon is Yukon. You probably can get away with Svalbard, but Paparana to recreate how they looked on the Jurassic World website. Chaos Grim and Limbo from Camp Cretaceous. Because I guess you could say technically yes, they were in the park, but these Baryonyx skins look really good to me. I always use them in my parks. Okay, so here we are on our Cretaceous Cruise, waiting on our Suchomimus and Baryonyx to get dropped off. I kind of split them up because I do want the Suchomimus on one side and the Baryonyx on the other. So I got Suchomimus' knees over here with the sand and Baryonyx' knees over here with the rock and stuff. They're most likely still going to intermingle, but it should all still be copacetic. We got our Diplodocus looking really good. Okay, would it be Diplodocus or Diplodocus? You know, same thing. I always wanted that. Like dinosaurs with multiple species names. Like, dude, you know, when you're trying to say them in a group, is it Diplodocus or is it Diplodocus? I personally would go with Diplodocus. It sounds a little neater. But we have our Diplodocus here. Then we got my Metrosaurus. They munching. They're not, you know, they don't really like each other, but Diplodocus is technically supposed to be on this side because I try to do the same thing. This is supposed to be for Diplodocus. I mean, my Metrosaurus and Diplodocus' food is supposed to be over here, though. But they seem to have left the area just to venture off some. We got our Stegosaurus is here. We've got two variants, not two variants, but we've got two different like versions with color in here. almost the same, like a darker like orange blue, and then there's a lighter orange blue roaming around. Let me just find the lighter orange blue. Yeah, here we go, the lighter variant right here. Who they beefing with? Styracosaurus. Oh, they don't like Styracosaurus. I put Styracosaurus in here, but they don't like Styracosaurus. They shouldn't be able to fight each other because I have the herbivore fighting turned off. I forgot that Ceratopsis and Stegosaurus do not get along. And we've got our first Super Mimus put down. Looking good, looking good, looking good. The skies are darkening. I think we're about to get a bad storm finally. Also, I threw in some Mediterranean trees. That's what these are, to go with these tropical looking ones. These are supposed to, I guess, still be like saplings or something. Like they haven't fully matured into these yet. That's basically like my little lore for this part. Man, but yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, I am pleased with what we got here. We got our Styracosauruses. We might have to switch them out because I do want the herbivores in harmony, even though they can't fight each other. The uncomfortableness will cause them to break out. We got Styracosaurus already trying to break out. So let's nip that in the bud real fast before it becomes a problem. Our Baryonyx just seem to be acclimating well. They seem to be heading to the private sector that's over here. I put a fish feeder way over here just for privacy's sake for them. Kind of hope our Stegosaurus don't wander that too far because it's not that much food. It's not even much food. There's no food over there for any of our herbivores. It's really a privacy sector for them. For Baryonyx, like in Evolution 3, that would purely be just so they can go off of there'll be a nest over there so they can breed. That's the type of thing that would be for in Evolution 3. And considering how Evolution 3 works, that's what we're gonna have to be doing. You're gonna have to take that into consideration because dinosaurs want their privacy when it comes to nesting. It allows them to lay their eggs safely, and they don't want no, young and all that getting hurt. Oh, damn. Okay, he got killed because he was knocked down. He was knocked out. Damn. Other than that, he would not have gotten it. That's it. Let's get you guys out of here. Oh, they got to the another one. Yep, he got to him. I'm gonna get my nibble before he get out of here. Hey, I rescue this one over here, the other one before the other one's getting nibbled on too. Oh, I hear that? I think I hear a storm. We got a storm, people! A building's been damaged. Look out, citizens. I forgot how hard it was to operate this thing in these circumstances. Okay, so it was that building, right? Oh no, incomplete track. Okay, where's that building that needs repair? Oh, over there. Y'all supposed to be getting the safety. What are you guys doing? Kind of sad. Nothing has got damaged. I at least was hoping that it would be our fencing, but no. The only fencing that can actually be damaged is our Cretaceous Cruise. The hotels took minor damage. That wasn't much of anything. Yeah, that wasn't much of anything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the situation will become more dire as things go along. With that minor inconvenience come and gone, this is what we're going to call it for this episode. If you have any ideas that you think will be cool and implement for this series, let it be known in the comments down below. Until then, I'm Super King Adore. You've all been extremely awesome, and I'll be catching you all in the next one. Peace out, man.